Well, guys, I think we should be starting now. Whoever is missing, only 8 participants. Then they will come and they will start asking the questions from the beginning. And you came back, but the other participants, they left now and they are not coming back.
No problem. We will wait for them. Let them also have the class experience.
So, what do you think? We should be starting now, or shall we wait for them to join back?
I believe let we wait for them. Let them also join us.
Okay, only 1 or 2 more minutes because
Yeah.
I'm
Correct.
at home.
Yeah. After that we can correct.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Sir, can I
Yeah.
ask some question till they will come?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Why not?
Okay, regarding the answering the question, before I was using this method, like, for example, if they ask about negative culture, like,
Correct.
you know, in the book for RRC or something, they are like 5 points, the things that it will show this is negative culture. So I was
Correct.
using like mentioning for them the point, and I was telling them that this point they didn't do it in the scenario, so this is against this. So it's right way to solve, or it's no?
It is the right way, but maybe you have to choose the correct word. For example, you must be mentioning like, for example, now I guess I was just reading it, and next question they have asked about the responsibilities. So we should be mentioning as per our book and as per mentioned in the ILO OHS system R164. I mean recommendation 164, that these are the roles and responsibilities which they were not complying with. Okay, or if you are mentioning it as per book, okay, then
Yes.
you are okay.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If you are mentioning it as per book, then it is okay. But on the other side, if you are just directly mentioning it, I mean, without mentioning any reference, then it would not be okay.
Mm. Okay.
Saha, you mentioned, sir, I'd like to request, please, can we share recent few exam scenario in WhatsApp so we can practice later also? I will try to, I will not promise, I will try to share you the exams. Okay, I will not promise, but yes, exams are there for the practice. You can have practice. I think we should start now. We are getting late. 10 minutes past now. So, question task one, managing the contractor on the site. What was ineffective about how the shift manager managed the contractor while on the site at the cafe? Okay, guys, I would like to bring your attention towards how we are managing the contractor on the side. Okay, and for that purpose, we will be going to our book 1, IG1, the last topic of chapter 1, managing the contractor. I guess you guys are watching my screen, right?
Sir,
Yes, yes.
Okay. On book 1 over here, this is chapter 1-3. Okay. Over here, what we will be doing before we are going to answer the question, we will be on this. That planning and coordination, yes, over here. Monitoring and managing the work. What about the signing in procedure? Okay, ensuring that contractor provides the name worker supervisor. What about their supervisor carrying out the site induction, controlling high risk activities with work permit to work system, which Mr. Vijay has mentioned already. So as per the question, what was ineffective about how the shift manager managed the contractor while on the site at the cafe? What about these points, these arrangements? Any of them was there? Yes or no? Answer is no, of course, right? And over there, and yeah, what about the risk assessment method statement? There was someone, no. Also, what about the client representative? Shift as a shift manager, sorry, as a shift manager, you are the client, okay, or the worker who was asking them to perform the job. He is basically the client, right? So he has to monitor them, yes or no? Yes, he has to monitor. What about the monitoring scenario? There was nothing to be monitored. No one was there to monitor the contractor. So this is what was basically missing over there. Any other point if someone wants to mention? By the way, did we go with planning and coordination of the work?
No.
No. Right? There are basically for the contractor management, three things are there. 3 steps. I remember I taught you 3 steps. One of them is selection of the contractor. Second one is
competent workers.
nahi yaar, planning and coordination of the work. Third one is monitoring and managing the work. Do you remember in the contractor management, this was the topic when they are having shared duties in the contractor management. You remember the last topic which I mentioned, it is very important topic based on your scenarios. You guys are working as contractors under some client, right? So in the contractor management, these are basically when you are having shared duties. 2 or 3 guys are working in the same area, but they are having different working
Yes.
job roles. For example, like in the scenario, they came for the fixture of the coffee machine, and the other guy who is working over there, what he is doing, he is basically preparing the coffee, right? So one of them is serving the coffee, one of them, you as a, I mean, worker over there, tables and chairs over there, right? As per the scenario. Did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, exactly right.
Okay. So you guys are having shared duties in the premises, in the same premises, right?
But
At
here
that
it,
time, we will
but
be
here it is
going.
no
At that
client.
time, we will be going through this topic. Okay. Now the question is how we are going to solve this answer. Okay. We will be keeping scenario in our mind, starting from here, the shared duties. We will be reading this course material from here, okay, and then we will start writing our points. 4 or 5 I mentioned over here, like from the beginning, I mean from the selection of the contractor. How about the selection of the contractor? Was there any selection of the contractor, or you just called one of the contractor with which you were working over there, right? You just called the worker contractor who was already
Working.
contract with you, right? Okay. So did we go with the selection of the contractor? Yes or no? First
No.
phase is over here. So 3 points are here in these 10 marks. Okay. 3 points are over here. Selection of the contractor. 3 are here. Planning and coordination of the work. 3 are here. Monitoring and managing the work. And 1 would be the reference. From where did you get the answer?
Sorry, sir.
Clear now?
But regarding selecting the contractor, it was duty of coffee manager. But now they are
Coffee
asking for
manager.
shift manager.
Okay.
It's okay if we mention?
Question is, what was, yes, right. You are right, Sarah. What was in affected about the shift manager manage the contractor while on the site of the cafe? Yes, you are right. Right. Exactly. So we will be focusing only on when they are on the site. We'll not be going for the selection. Right. So it means that I'm sorry about that. It means that we would be focusing only on these 2 points: monitoring and managing the work. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let us move back to our new question. The roles and responsibilities in relation to health and safety management at the cafe. Now, if we move to this health and safety management roles and responsibilities, let us go to our book over here, roles and responsibilities. Where did we discuss in chapter 1 or 2? Director. This is about the organization. This is about the roles and responsibilities, worker responsibilities and rights, employers responsibilities over here. Okay, so over here, employers responsibility and then workers responsibilities. So we are considering this chapter, this topic. Comment on the effectiveness of roles and responsibilities in relation to health and safety management at the cafe. You should focus on your roles and responsibilities and not on the health and safety management system or legal duties. Okay, we are focusing on our roles and responsibilities. You should support your answer where applicable using relevant information from the scenario. So from here, workers' responsibilities and rights. Are we going to focus over here? Think about it. Take reasonable
Sir,
care of their own safety and that of the people who might be affected by the things they do and things they fail to do. Comply with safety instructions properly, not tamper with. Report any situation which they believe could be hazard and be cannot themselves correct. Report any work-related accident or ill health. So over here, based on these, if we read the scenario, okay, and then we move back over here, it says comment on how the effectiveness of roles and responsibilities in relation to health and safety management at the cafe. So what comments you guys are having based on the scenario over there? This scenario, okay, immediately when the coffee machine was faulty, immediately someone mentioned to the manager, to the owner, yes.
Sorry, sir. Regarding this question, how we know that they mean the workers or employer?
They are mentioning it. You should focus on roles and responsibilities and not the health and safety management system. So when we are talking about roles and responsibilities, we are workers. We'll be focusing on roles and responsibilities of us as well as the employer's responsibilities.
Okay.
Right? It is mentioned clearly over here in the note. You should focus on roles and responsibilities, not the health and safety management system or legal duties.
Yes.
So over here, if we move back to the scenario, when there was a faulty machine, okay, the guy notifies them that one of the two commercial size machine is not working. Okay, linking it to your book over here. Report any situation which they believe could be hazard and which they cannot themselves correct. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so in this way, we will try to identify the points over here. Over here, as an employer, he took some administrative control over here. Okay, and immediately he called over there to fix the hazard. Okay, or to correct the hazard. Um, Also informed to the shift manager, right? And what else? On the contract, then it would be from here on the contractor arrival. Then we have to find out points over here. So guys, what are your comments? Come on.
When the accident happened, the worker he called to the coffee manager to inform him regarding accident.
Immediately we focused on the immediately report any work related accident or ill health. Okay, one of the employee, once he mentioned about the coffee machine, he reported situation. Okay, in the same way, when you call to your manager, you reported as well as you reported for ill health or accident. And next is also
Sir,
someone,
they are asking about the good things or the bad things, or I can mention anything.
they are just mentioning comment whatever is
Oh.
there, so good and bad as well. So you can
Oh.
mention both of them. Comment on the
Okay.
effectiveness, no, comment on the effectiveness of roles and responsibilities.
Yes.
Okay, when we are saying comment on the effectiveness of roles and responsibilities, then we are going in the positive way.
Okay.
Who is with me? You Vijay and Faizan is the one who used to talk. Faizan, where are you?
Yes, sir, I am here.
So why you are not speaking up? Mr. Vijay, Adil,
Yes, sir. We are here.
any point, anything which if you are not understanding, if
No,
you need more
say,
clarification. Actually, there was a break in the scenario and the question, so most of the guys they would have forgotten about the scenario.
Yeah.
No worries. Okay. Now moving, shall we move to question number 3? Everyone.
no problem.
Hello, one question.
Yes, Zang.
So about this question, he said, the first task, he said need to use some reference in the scenarios, right? Suppose the answer use relevant the information from the scenario. So
Right.
I means what should we written in this first task?
In this first task, what shall we write in this first task? You will
Yes.
be mentioning it. Okay, let me give you an example. Give me a minute. Only give me 1 minute. Let me. Minute, guys. Hold on. Huh? You are asking to tell you about the answer. Okay, no worries. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, visible.
Okay. So over here, these are some of the answers which I extracted, by the way, some papers, solved exams, okay, which are good, by the way. The effectiveness of roles and responsibility, the cafe owner, ineffective roles and responsibility. Despite the fact that the cafe has been renovated, the stairs leading from the first to the second area still appear to be dangerous, provided an ineffective control system that is displaying sign on board stating mind the step. You mentioned that you are basically mentioning over there about the administrative controls have been taken, no appropriate action taken by the cafe owner after one of the full-time employees reported an increase in the number of trip incidents in the same location. Okay, failure of the cafe owner. So these are basically all about the effectiveness of roles and responsibilities. And over here, honor effective roles and responsibilities. By the way, guys, remember whenever shift managers roles and responsibilities will be mentioning over here, and in the same way, the part-time workers roles and responsibilities. Okay, so what was the question over here? Comment on how the effective roles and responsibility in relation to health and safety management at the cafe. So basically, we needed to mention over here only about the management, means shift manager as well as the owner. But the guy has mentioned all these, right? So which one is good? To mention all or only about the management?
Just as per the question, no, this is what actually they want. Only we will provide the static and
Come again, please.
is also if he just he has shared the responsibilities particularly of the shift manager and the role and responsibilities of employer and the employee as well. So he has shared all of them, but in the question it is not mentioned.
In the question, it is not mentioned. So we must be focused with whatever they would have asked us. Okay, and they had asked us about the shift manager only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us move over here. And now, Zhang, the question is clear now.
Yes, it's clear, but dear sir, as he mentioned before, this have 3,000 word limitation, right?
Okay, yes.
It seems to be too much more in one question.
Yeah. Yeah. So you are saying that over here, he have mentioned too many words, right?
Yes,
Yeah, exactly. You are right. We should be staying within the limitation of 3,000 words. Okay, so that is why this is what we are discussing, that if they have asked us only about the roles and responsibilities of the shift manager, then we will be staying focused only about the roles and responsibilities of the shift manager.
okay, understand. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Now the next is task 3, improving verbal communication at the cafe. Based on the scenario only. Okay, we are not going anywhere right or left. Only about the scenario. Give examples of how verbal communication between all the workers at the cafe could be improved. First of all, you need to understand what are the mistakes over here. I mean, what are the flaws over here in the verbal communication? That what are the points at which verbal communication was not effective? Over here, sorry. First of all, we will be focusing over here in the communication, that verbal communication, if it is ineffective over here, where the verbal communication is ineffective, you need to highlight all those points over there. Okay, and once the verbal communication is ineffective, was ineffective when the first day he said, yeah. Over here, what happened over there?
See, verbal communication of the safety is neglected and they are focused much on the business.
Right.
Some shift manager is not focused on the safety and it has not been communicated properly to the subcontractor also.
Right. So very nice. So very nice. So over here, focusing this one, shift manager angrily told them that it was good, right. So
for the business.
yeah. So based on that, they are saying improving verbal communication. What about the management commitment over there? In improving verbal communication.
Management should be giving proper induction to the shift manager, that training and first priority to the safety of the workers and the coffee customers. And same time, he has to be implemented that at the site, that focusing all those things of safety.
Good, nice. Okay, great. So based on this one, verbal communication could be, how we can improve it? By training our employees, right? One of them, just like induction training.
Correct.
Okay, one thing, very nice. Second, where was the other drawback or fault?
The SM manager, he didn't report for the accident. That's mainly
He didn't report for the
communication.
accident. Yes. Very nice. So how we can improve it?
Training how they can report for the accident directly.
There should be a proper escalation matrix. See,
Okay.
this here I found that the one of the staff has informed the management. The staff is not supposed to be informed the management. The shift manager has to inform the manager immediately. The management immediately.
Right. Right. Over here, there was some kind of, very nice, by the way. Over here, there is some kind of communication.
About the machine.
About the machine. Any problem over here in the communication?
Yeah, SM, he didn't inform the worker
Mhm.
about
Where
various
did it
contractor.
mention? The owner calls read message. Okay. Okay. The owner inspects the coffee machine and concludes that the pressure system has a fault. They instruct the part-time worker to stop using the faulty machine, and the owner puts an out of order sign on it. The owner then contacts the coffee machine company and arranges for repair to be carried out. Okay, the owner calls and leaves a voice message to the shift manager. Over here, there is a problem, right? The owner then contacts the owner calls and leaves a voice message for the shift manager
He didn't return the call.
coffee machine. In their message, okay, he leaves a message. He Fazan, sorry, there was disconnectivity. I guess no voice. Okay, yes, because I was disconnected. Are you hearing me now?
Yes, sir, getting properly.
Yes, we can audible now.
Fazan, so what is over here now? How it can be improved? For this purpose, okay, regarding the communication, I am taking you to your book, okay, and I am telling you from where you will be finding the answer. We will go for the communication point over there, written, verbal, and graphical communication. Over there, we have seen advantages and disadvantages of the safety culture over here. Somewhere here, yes. This is verbal communication, right? So over here, what are the advantages? These are the advantages. These are the disadvantages. Okay. So here you can see, okay, over here, for example, language barrier may exist. By the way, there was any language barrier? I don't think so. Jargon may not be understood. Perhaps when he was communicated, you would not be able to understand that what about the coffee machine. Okay, strong accent or no over there, background noise may interfere because the voice was recorded, so maybe the other guy wasn't able to understand due to the background noise, right?
Exactly,
Recipient
because
may have poor hearing. Message may be ambiguous. This is one of the point. Recipient may miss information. This is one of recipient may forget the information. Yes. Right? No written record as proof. Poor transmission quality if by telephone or by public address system. So over here, how he was communicated. He was communicated over the phone, verbally.
son leaves a voice message. Yeah, he calls and leaves a voice message.
Right? So ambiguity is there.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what is how we can improve it? Yes, Vedant.
Sir, just I have one query. Just can you come on the back slide on the question slide? Yes, there is a improving the verbal communication at the cafe. It means that they are asking that how we can improve our verbal communication at the cafe side.
Exactly. To
Okay.
improve the verbal communication, we need to understand where we are lacking over there, right?
Okay. So just here we can add the message which the manager has passed to the shift manager. He should have follow the proper channel of the either he can forward a mail to him, okay, so that it may be written or documented proof.
Okay.
And
Written or
as we
documented proof. Very nice. Okay. Great. Any other point?
when we have discussed no, in during our classes
Over
time,
here, there is some communication in this paragraph. Sorry, Fizan, sorry.
but just when we discussed in our class session no, related with the verbal communication, so just we have discussed on the benefits and its limitations.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not able to relate these both things, which is in question and where what we discussed in our classes.
Did we discuss this about the effective communication?
Yes, we have discussed the effective communication, how we can make our communication effective. So,
Right.
so in now the question is how we can make our verbal communication effective in this question.
Okay. Right.
So,
Once you, yes, please.
so now just we
Did
can
we
check
discuss
that.
this? Yeah. Did we discuss this, Fizan?
Sorry.
Broadcasting methods, notice board, posters, films or
No,
videos, books.
no, just we have not discussed these all things. Only we have discussed the personal one-to-one, quick, direct, check understanding, feedback, and share views.
We did not discuss these broadcasting methods.
Yes, we discussed, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the question? Question is that how we can improve once you identify the limitation. If you remove these limitations, you are improving or no?
Yes, yes.
Right? You are removing these limitations, and your means you can go with jargon free communication. You can go without any language barrier. You can use someone who can translate your communication. For strong or for strong accent or dialect may interfere. You can, for example, speak simple English, for example. Then background noise may interfere. In case if there is some kind of background noise, at that time you can keep quiet, and once there is no noise, at that time you can communicate. Then recipient may have poor hearing. You can identify by his face that if he is understanding, you can take his feedback that if the other person is communicating or not. For example, over here, the shift manager was communicated only, he was being communicated only by a recorded message, and no feedback was taken that if he has listened about that recording or not, or if he would have understood about it or not. So maybe there is poor hearing, maybe ambiguous over there, we can get feedback from him, right? In that way we can improve our communication. Clear?
Yes, yes.
And for example, as you said, it could have been recorded, it could have been recorded as a proof, for example, written proof, right? And manager, the owner, once he addressed on phone, of course he should have communicated personally, one to one. For example, they were communicating, he recorded the message on the telephone, but he did not inform him, one to one communication without having any other means. For example, without having telephone, face to face, he should have communicated it. In that way it could have been improved, right, Faizan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, moving back to the scenario, what we were doing, we were basically identifying where are the communication points, okay, where are the communication points and how we can improve them. So here,
Also, the shift manager, when there was a lot of people, he informed only that they have to put chair and things without taking the workers' opinion, only forcing them to do what he wants.
yeah, so he's not any feedback, right, from the other participants, from
Yes,
the other, sorry, employees. So feedback should have been taken and should
yes,
have been considered, right?
yes,
Exactly. The even lower level subordinates' opinion should be considered here.
Opinion should be considered. Very nice. Over here, was there any communication? Okay, so you will identify when the contractor arrived at the location, he just informed to the other guy. He should have conducted the induction over there properly. Verbally, they should have communicated properly and handing over the job properly to the contractor, for example, in that way. Clear?
yes. Sorry. One question
Yes.
regarding basic on scenario only. We have like to copy paste from scenario and connect it with the improvement or what?
Copy paste from the scenario, for example. Can you please give me the example? Like, what do you mean?
Like when they said in this question, they said based on scenario only. So in this point, I have to take the miscommunication from scenario copy paste and put it and give them the improvement, or only I have to write point.
For example, okay, for example, as it is mentioned over here, the contractor arrived while the contractor arrived while the shift manager was talking to you about moving the outdoor furniture inside. The contractor informed a worker at the service counter that they were at the cafe to carry out repairs. Okay, the worker was not expecting the contractor and did not know about they they were there to work on. So over here, two or three different kind of communications are going on over there. For example, communication between you and the shift manager, okay, and the contractor, as well as the worker over there at the counter, okay, and the worker was not expecting the contractor, worker did not know, means no one told the worker about the
About
contractor
the
that they are
contractor.
going to come, right?
Yes. Yes.
So these three kind of communications are there. How we can improve them? Come on, now I think it is easy for everyone to have an understanding. So what can we do over
First of
here?
all, sir, we should interact with our contractor one to one and inform all the things means related with the job And also we will take a feedback within that, either he understood them or not.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay,
This
come on, move on.
subcontractor has to be inducted with the clear instructions and guidelines of the HSC, that see, this is to be done, this is not to be done like one to one, that
Very
would be
nice.
informed. And
Very nice.
same time, this shift manager is not trying to stop the work. He wants everything to be done. Even a raining drizzling is there at the time, overcrowded at the area. He can stop the work at the time, and he can postpone the work for the next day. That also he can do.
Right. Very nice. And who told the contractor? I mean, for example, if I am the owner, I called the contractor. When the contractor came over there, did they know to whom they have to contact? They just
No.
moved to the counter and they said, yeah, we are here to fix the machine.
Correct.
They did not know that to whom they have to contact, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So there is a fault of the communication.
Exactly.
So clear communication should have been made with some kind of points. For example, points of duties. For example, if you come on my site, you have to communicate to my shift manager. Clear?
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Anything else over here? Any other type of communication over here? By the way, very nice efforts from you guys. Over here, we have seen effective communication over here because he took the consent of the shift manager. Okay, the contractor, they asked the contractor to wait while they spoke to the shift manager. When the worker found the shift manager, the shift manager told the worker that they were too busy and that the worker was more than capable of supervising the contractor. Okay, the worker returned to the counter and told the contractor that the shift manager was busy, but they could start the work. The contractor said that they were happy to do this as they had repaired the coffee machine at this cafe before and know the layout of the cafe. So it means that over there, they were already inducted for that or no?
Yeah, it shows that they have already inducted before. They already done
Okay.
the
They
job.
have already done the induction, but at this time, when someone comes to join your organization to perform any job, should we give them some induction there?
Should be, must be.
Must be. Maybe there are some layouts changed. Usually, what we are saying that after, depending upon, by the way, your internal rule, like after 90 days, you have to re-induct if the person stays out of the job or out of that particular area. For example, let's say if a construction site is there and you don't go over there for 90 days, 90 days are enough to change the layout of the job site, right? So then you must be re-inducted. Okay, so in that way, whenever these guys, they are, if they are saying that they know the layout, okay, fine, they know the layout, but we have to induct them. Okay, and based on the weather, of course, new induction is required because now the scenario is different, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let us move to our, I guess now it's enough discussion for task 3. If there is anyone who wants to add, who wants to ask something, otherwise we'll be proceeding further.
We can see a overconfidence from both of them, from the management side and from subcontractor side. The manager says that the subordinate has more than enough to train or guide them under the subcontractor. And the subcontractor says that yeah, we are already worked on all. So they're bypassing the procedure, HSC procedure, and they're just doing it.
Nice, nice, very nice. Great. Okay, so anybody else, please? No. Okay, let us move over here to task 4, that is about near misses. The accident book indicates that there have been several occurrences of the people tripping over the steps. How could an investigation of these near misses have helped the helped prevent the accident. Okay, let us move over there directly. Investigation. Where did we discuss the accident investigation? I guess we discussed it in chapter 4. Chapter 4.
Which one am I remembering?
Yeah, over here. Why do we need investigation? Type of incident. Introduction to incident investigation. Of course, you guys would have copied some of the slides, but over here, why do we need to investigate the incidents? Right? Let us go back to the question again. The accident book indicates that there have been several occurrences of people tripping over the steps. Question is, how could an investigation of these near misses have helped prevent the accident? How investigation of these near misses have helped prevent the accident? What is your answer, guys? Come on.
See, there is a instant book. They are registering an instant book that from the instant book they can take the details of the instant near misses happened there, and based
Yeah.
on that they can act. They should have erased that problem. They deleted that problem. That they are just shown the indication, management indication there that may slip like. I mean, pamphlet was there, but they did not acted on the deleting the problem.
Very nice. Very nice. Basically, incident investigation recording was there. Somehow we say investigation is there. But what about the corrective action? Was there any corrective action? Till now, no.
Only caution sign.
Sorry?
Only caution sign.
Only?
Caution. They put like caution sign, like there is here.
Only the caution sign. Only the caution sign. That's it.
Yeah, caution
Right?
sign. Caution sign is not a
Administrative.
complete deleting the item. This is just an information administrative guidance. That will not be complete 100% implementation of the HSC removing the hazard.
Right, exactly. So what can we do? I mean, how? Yes, Fizan, please. Fizan, you raised your hand.
Yes, sir, I have raised my hands,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
my
please.
question is that the question is the accident book indicates that there have been a several occurrence of the people tripping over the steps. Okay.
Right.
So how could an investigation of these near misses have helped to prevent the accident? It means that earlier the investigation had done, and after investigation only we came to know that means it was we can't eliminate that hazard, or we cannot replace that. So we have to display a signboard so that the person or people who will come in coffee shop, he will be aware about this hazard. So
Right.
it means that the investigation already done earlier. So now it
Right.
is saying that how it helps. So it means that before investigation, when this accident took place, at that time the board was, the display were not available. After investigation, we came to know that no, we can't eliminate this, or we can't remove this. So we will display a sign so to reduce the hazards. If any person will read this, then they will work carefully.
Okay. Fine. Anybody else? Good. Means we cannot eliminate the hazard. So that is why we put the signboard over there, right?
Yes, I think they are asking about the good things happened after investigation.
How?
I think their question, like they are asking about the good things after the investigation. Like already they did the investigation, and we want to know what is this things like help for what. Like before there was a lot of accident, after the reporting and investigation, it's become less.
Right.
Correct. My question was same, that after investigation only we have displayed a board for this to aware our customer that if you are walking through this area, so these are the hazards. Be careful.
Okay. Fine. As Fizan investigation is already done, but because during the investigation they identified that they cannot eliminate the hazard, so that is why they took the administrative control. Nice. Okay. But read the scenario. Okay, Sarah, what you are saying that they are asking something good. I mean, after the investigation.
Yes, like I think they are thinking like the coffee, they make investigation about this accident, and this investigation already like changed many things and it helped. So I think they are asking about the good things. Like before, the people, they were falling from the steps. After they put the caution sign, it's become less, like no one is falling down. This is like 1 point. I don't know about
Okay.
others.
Right. See, over here it is mentioned you have previously raised this with honor. As you noticed an increase in the number of time, it is mentioned that in the accident book. Luckily, there have never been any serious injury. Now, what it's saying, following your conversation, not following the accident history, what not following the investigation, following your conversation, the owner has hung a mind the step sign on the wall next to the step. It means that over here it is says at the sorry, yeah, there are two indoor seating areas. At the back of the first area there is a step that leads up to the second area. In the past, customers and new workers have often tripped over this step. You have this with the owner. As you noticed an increase in the number of times it is mentioned in the accident book. Only the accident book is there and it has been recorded over there in the accident book. There is no, it is not mentioned there in after investigation has been taken.
But but in question it directly says that it all in investigation already done.
See, are you listening me? Because there is
Sir,
problem in
yes
my
sir, yes sir.
internet. The accident book indicates that there have been several occurrences of the people tipping over the step. How could an investigation of these near misses have helped to prevent the accident? Means till now there was no investigation. if the investigation would have done that, okay, then corrective action would have been taken. Right or wrong?
Exactly, exactly. See, this is all recorded. The near misses are recorded, but the
Yeah,
inconsequences of that, there is no action from the management
there is no
to
action.
eliminate the hazard.
Sorry,
Exactly.
we were confused regarding this, the word helped, because it's with ED, so we thought like it's happened already, like it's helped.
Can I speak?
Yeah. See, they said, how could an investigation of these near misses have helped prevent the accident? Means if you would have done the investigation, then these investigation would have helped you already, so that
Ah,
this incident would have been, of course, prevented. But
yes,
because
yes.
there was no investigation, only the record is there about the accident. Though no investigation is there, so that is why all the time it was going on. Means basically, if we know that it is a repeated incident, which is occasionally being repeated, right?
Ah, yes, yes.
Which is occasionally frequently being repeated day by day, and it is increasing. As with the number of people are increasing, we are having increase in the number of this incident. If you would have investigated it properly and you would have taken some kind of proper corrective action based on based on the control hierarchy of control, perhaps elimination, reduction, isolation, maybe you can make some kind of slopes over there, okay, so that at least the trip hazard could have been prevented. But on the other side, till now there was not a single investigation was done, only the accident book is there, which
Okay, I
indicates
understand.
several occurrences. So how you, if you would have made an investigation regarding these near misses, of course, those investigations would have helped us preventing the accident, right?
Yes, now I
Exactly.
understand the question.
Okay, so if you do the accident investigation, why do we need the accident investigation? Why do we need to investigate the incidents? These are the reasons. Right? And one of the main reason is to identify the corrective action to prevent a reoccurrence.
Correct.
Clear?
Yes.
Hope so clear. Okay. Now, number 5, employers' responsibilities in the workplace. So they are clearly mentioning something over here, and they are asking, employer have obligation under the recommendation 10 of International Labour Organization, Occupational Safety and Health Recommendation 1981, ABCD, whatever. Okay, question is, which of these employer obligations are likely to have been contravened at the cafe? Yes. Which of our obligations over here? Moving to the first chapter. Yeah. Employers' responsibilities. These are the employers' responsibilities. Provide workplace and work equipment and the use of work method which are safe and pose no risk to health. Was it provided?
No,
No. Provide an appropriate instruction and training. Was it provided?
no,
Anywhere mentioned in the provide necessary supervision? Was
No.
it provided? At that time, shift manager
he was panic.
panic after the accident. But when the accident was there, at that time, shift manager was somewhere else. That is why he asked the worker, okay, you monitor.
Yes,
Right? Means necessary supervision was not there. Right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, put in place health and safety arrangements, adopt to suit the size and nature of the undertaking. Put in place health and safety arrangements. The basic important thing over there, no incident investigation, no procedures. And then provide any necessary personal protective clothing and equipment free of charge. No, we are not going to discuss this. Ensure that the hours of the work do not adversely affect the employee's safety and health. What about this point?
It was because there is
It
a lot of
was,
pressure.
right? It was work. People are working for 5 days. Now they are going to work for 7 days.
Yes, they are under pressure.
Then take measures to eliminate any extreme physical and mental fatigue. Did they take?
No.
No.
Was there any mental fatigue?
Yes.
No.
Right?
Yes.
There was.
Sorry.
When
Yes.
you remember when they were discussing, there was significant, yeah.
Yes, there was a mental fatigue.
While going through some paperwork, they noticed that number of workers sick days has substantially increased in the last month, right?
Yes.
Okay, then take measures to eliminate any extreme mental, then stay up to date with knowledge in order to comply with above.
No.
Was there any procedure in which they, I mean, there was any book in which it is mentioned that they are up to date with the knowledge? Nothing,
Nothing not mentioned.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, regarding these one, in the same way, regarding C1.5, to ensure that workplace machinery, equipment, and process under their control are safe without risk to health. No, to ensure that chemical, physical, biological substances and agents under their control are without risk to health. No, to provide adequate protective clothing. And by the protective clothing, even regarding the protective clothing, we can say that it is not mentioned that they have provided proper protective clothing to the workers.
Workers.
This is what we can mention over there in the, I mean, we can choose these points that as per Article 10 of R164, okay, which puts the obligation on the employers, I mean, for example, providing this one, which have not been provided to the worker, providing this one, and it has not been provided, providing this one, it have not been provided. Okay, so we
Sorry,
can
sir.
mention.
We can mention the training for first aid also, because no one, I think, he's training for how to deal with first aid.
You, because it is mentioned that you are the first aider over there.
Oh,
So one first
really?
aider for 5 guys is enough. Over here, you as you nearby, you are the first to respond. There was something mentioned. Yeah, as the only worker available with the first aid training. As the only worker available with the first aid training, you carry out the emergency first aid on the injured worker.
What about
Means
SM?
first aider was the, yeah, you are the
No
first
need
aider.
that to be trained for SM. He should not be trained about first aid
He
because he was
should not
following.
be trained. At least one person at a time should be available. I mean, from the staff who should be the first aider.
Okay.
At least one person at a time. So at that time you are there, but yes, you can mention it additionally. Yes, aider is required over there.
Okay.
Good. Now we move to the, I guess the question number 5 is clear for everyone. It was easy question. Now the task 6, human factor and accident causation. What organizational factor could have contributed to the accident? Moving over here, organizational. What happened? Okay.
So health and safety management system is not implemented.
Come again, please.
The health and safety management system is not implemented there. That is the reason
Yeah.
it is not monitored and guided. No TBT, no guidance, no training, as it is not mentioned there.
Nice. We can add this one. Very nice. We can add this one. So yeah, exactly. So over here, regarding the job, individual and organizational factor, where did we discuss this in chapter 3 somewhere? Over here, it has to be over here. Yeah, organizational factors. Yeah, these are the organization factor. What about the health and safety culture of the organization?
It is been not said that any management system is culture. I mean, health and
Very
safety
nice.
culture is
Good.
mentioned by that. Yeah.
Good. What about the commitment and leadership from management? No proper. So in the answer you can mention there the health and safety culture of the organization was poor because we have not seen any management system, written management system present over there, right? One. Second one, the commitment and leadership from the management. You can mention over there, no management commitment and leadership was observed from the management. Okay, because during the or at the time of accident, manager was not there. He did not respond. He got panic. Okay, and on the other side, even he did not report to the senior manager.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. Also, with the
Sick leave.
in the same point from the commitment and leadership, that accident book was maintained, but no accident investigation was conducted. Right.
Yes.
What it shows? It shows that management is not committed with the health and safety of the guys. Right. What about the resources? In the same way, we'll be going with the resources, with the work pattern, with the communication, level of supervision, consultation, and teamwork. Was there any consultation? No.
There was no
No.
consult.
Right. Training. No. It only, sorry, over here in the consultation, the shift manager was only informing what you have to do. Khalas.
Yes. Because of this, there were a lot of sick people.
Exactly.
Workers.
And then, exactly. And what about the training? No, there was no training, right? So these are,
Yeah.
do we have enough points to explain in the scenario over here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And in the same way, what individual human factors of the worker could have contributed to the accident?
Pressure. Work under pressure.
Exactly. Job. These are the individual factors. What about the competence? There are 3 guys who are permanent, 2 guys who are not permanent. They are
Temporary.
part-time, right? What about their competency? What about their skill, personality, attitude, risk perception, right?
I
So
believe shift manager also a temporary guy. Means
manager also there. Very nice.
yeah, he is not a permanent guy. The owner who's taking care of the 4 days, 5 days, he is having more health and safety concentration. But other people, I mean, other shift manager has not focused on that one. He is and he is focused more on the business to improve. I mean, impress his owner.
Sorry,
Very
sir.
nice.
Regarding individual human factors, we will talk only about their personality and these things, or we will include the manager and how he's behaving with them.
Regarding the individual factors, we will be focusing on individuals, by the way. This one, regarding the manager, this one will be communicated, or this one will be coming in the management, you can say, organization factor.
Oh.
Okay, this one will be in the organization factor. But yes, when we talk about individual, peer pressure is also there. But that is from the organization side. Both can be discussed, by the way. We are having 2 angles. Yes. Any other point? Faizan, Zeng? No.
No,
Okay,
sir.
now review. Can you move to the next question?
Yes, please.
Okay. Reviewing first aid arrangements. Following the accident, the owner has asked you to review first aid arrangements at the cafe. Okay. What would you consider in your review to determine if first aid provision is realistic? You do not need to itemize the specific first aid equipment. You should support your answer where applicable using relevant information from the scenario. Regarding this one, what we will do, we will be going to our book here, and in the safe system of work, when we discuss this one after the work permit, here we discussed about the first aid. Emergency procedures and first aid. What are the factors these procedures should cover and trigger arrangement for dealing with foreseeable incidents, which will include the foreseeable emergencies, procedures for raising the no, not this one, the first aid, need for first aid. Yeah, first aid facilities over here. This room should be this one about the first aid facility, first aid equipment, okay, and first aid personnel. So what you will do over here, what is the question over here? Following the accident, the owner has asked you to review first aid arrangements at the cafe. Okay, what would you consider in your review to determine if the first aid provision is realistic and proportionate at the cafe? So what you have to consider, you have to
The
consider
location
three things.
for first aid.
Sorry,
The location of
sorry,
first
sorry.
aid should be feasible.
Yeah, exactly. You have to consider three things: facilities, equipment, and personnel. Okay, facility and appropriate location where first aid treatment can be given. Second, equipment suitability, stocked first aid kits and other equipment as necessary. And then personal, staff with appropriate training to deliver first aid treatment. Okay, so each one will be scoring 5 marks. Okay, for that purpose, from where you will be getting the explanation regarding the first aid facilities. As it is mentioned, suitable facilities should be provided where first aid treatment can be given. As a minimum, this might consist of a room, as it is mentioned. As a minimum, this might consist of a room that is used for other purposes, but can be quickly converted into treatment area. Clear? So do we have any place over there in the cafe which we can, you can say,
No,
dedicate as a first aid,
No, it
right?
is not mentioned.
Okay. And you will be mentioning that this room should be centrally located, okay, clean and adequately heated, provide with hand wash facilities, chair and a clinical waste bin over there. Can we do that over there in the you can say in the cafe?
yes, we can.
We can. So we will be managing with the first aid facility with the first aid equipment adequately you can say suitably equipped first aid kit. So these are the points which can consider over there. For example, large triangular bandage, sterile plasters, disposable gloves, safety pins, iPads, large and medium size, unmedicated wound dressing, unmedicated, yes, wound dressings. Okay. In large workplaces, we will not be focusing for the large workplaces. Okay, we will be focusing over here only about the generic things because our workplace is small one. Okay, then first aid personnel.
But sir, it is not
Who are the
mentioned
first aid
in any
personnel? We will
scenario.
be focusing on their roles, on the roles and responsibilities. Okay, and who are those? How we are going to select them? Yes, yes, Fazan.
But in the scenario, it is not mentioned that we have any separate, we have separated any area for the first aid.
Yes. So this is what we will be discussing. Okay, so an investigation, and based on the investigation, your manager, your owner is asking you to review the first aid arrangements at the cafe. Okay, so as a person, as a, you can say, a reviewer, you have to advise him that what should we have now.
So first of all, the first aid area should be, let's say,
Yeah.
separate during, okay. Second thing, the competent and that well-trained first aider should be available.
Yeah. Yes, Fazan, you are going good. So that is what we agreed, that we will be keeping, sorry, this one, these 3 points in our mind. First, we will be focusing on first aid facility, first aid equipment, first aid personnel. Right? We will be focusing on these 3 points mainly. Okay. And then
Okay.
now, and any question, any other question? Like whenever you are mentioning this point, for example, facility. So no, as per scenario, no proper or dedicated facilities have been assigned for the first aiders or as a first aid treatment, for the first aid treatment. Right? So then based on that, you can say appropriate first aid facilities should be there, and these are the points which should be included over there. Right?
Yes.
Sarah, yes, okay. Okay, now we are going for the task 8, reactive monitoring. Comment on the reactive monitoring measures that could be put in place by the cafe. Reactive monitoring. What was the reactive monitoring? Active monitoring and reactive monitoring. There
After
was.
the accident,
Reactive monitoring is once the scenario is happen, the incident is happen. After that, whatever we monitoring and taking precautions, that is what reactive monitoring.
Very nice. So in reactive monitoring, what is the question? We are on the topic of comment on the reactive monitoring system measures that could be put in place by the cafe. Okay, means we do something in after as a reactive monitor, we will do something, means we know already things have already gone wrong, items, it measures failure. So what we are going to do? Over here there was.
See, first aid is a one kind of reactive monitoring.
First aid is one kind of reactive monitoring.
And after that, you first aid given, and after that they have to be taking the steps for the slips to be eliminated. That is reactive monitoring.
Yeah. So what can we do over there? Over there, based on the reactive monitoring, question is again, let me read the question. Comment on the recommendation that could be put in place. That now we are going to go for the controls. Comment on the reactive monitoring measures that could be put in place by the cafe. Means based on the reactive monitoring, now we have to put some control measures in place so that we can prevent the reoccurrences over there. Right? This is the question.
Correct.
So what we are going to do over there now, based on the reactive monitoring, identifying the suitable control measures. We have to define the suitable control measures and with some kind of action plan, remedial action would be there. Recording system should be okay. Reporting system can be improved. Recording system should be improved, right? And what else? Accident investigation should be properly Done. Okay, and what else? Sorry. Sarah, you were saying something?
No, I didn't say anything.
Someone, I guess there was a background sound like then. Okay, so what would be the answer over here? Audit. Can we conduct an audit?
Yeah, it can be conducted and
Okay.
Internal audit.
Internal audit can be conducted. Okay. Proper incident investigation, internal audit. Okay. What else? Come on, guys. We are having so many brains are here. Zeng, if something is coming in your mind, yes, Fizan. In the chat, okay. Training, very nice. Sahab mentioned training. Okay, very nice. Basically, as a reactive monitoring from the training, it clicked in my mind that what about our safety and health and safety culture? Is it positive? Was it positive or negative as per the scenario over here? Culture is negative.
culture
It
is
is
Yeah. So
negatively directed.
why don't we go for the improvement of health and safety culture? Automatically we will be based on the accident investigation, we would be doing something. Basically, we identified that our health and safety culture is negative, so we are going to improve that. So what we will be doing, we need to have clear policy in which top management should be committed, right?
correct. A management system, a
As
health
per
and
the
policy
scenario.
management, yeah, management system should be implemented based on
Proper.
that.
Very nice.
Yeah, based on that, frequent, timely visit of the HSC, visit or monitoring the HSC guys and identifying the
Nice.
hazards and
Nice.
recording, monitoring, and executing
Supervision. Very nice.
supervision. That all can be done that through based on the investigation. That is what we find missing here. They are recording, but they are not making investigation.
I'm sorry, guys. Yes, you are right. Yes. Okay. How we can improve our health and safety culture? Some points
More
Vijay, you
training,
have told already.
yeah, more training, more training, more TBTs. That the managemental system. That system will make the people to be trained and improve the culture.
Very nice. Okay. In improvement of the health and safety culture, what were the 5 main factors we discussed, by the way? In chapter 3. Okay. Then communication, improving the communication. After that,
Competent worker,
competent
cooperation,
workers. So
cooperation and
based on the scenario, we are having any management commitment? No. Based on the scenario, we are having any kind of competent workers? No. Right? They are not being trained properly. Right, Fezan?
yes,
We are
sir.
having two workers which are basically what you call it, part-time workers. Okay, and then What is the next one? Give me a minute. Over here, let me take you back to your book. We discussed 5 steps. One of them is management commitment and leadership, then clear communication. Okay, after that, we discussed about safe system of work, hiring of the competent workers, and then yeah, over here, starting from the management commitment and leadership. Okay, then competent workers, effective communication. After effective communication and consultation, which have not been seen over there regarding cooperation and consultation. And finally, we provide training. Right? So among all these points, if we move over here, comment on the reactive monitoring. Basically, our health and safety culture is negative. So we have to improve the health and safety culture. So we will be improving management commitment. We will be hiring the competent workers. We will be improving our communication. Then we will be, what other factors are there, guys? We will be training our employees. Okay. And what else?
Cooperation and consultation.
Consultation and cooperation. So we have seen that none of these basically can be observed over here in the scenario. Right?
Even we can make an external audit or internal and external audit.
Very nice. Very nice. We can go for the external audit, internal audit. Okay, which basically we are not having any kind of safety management system. So we can also make the safety management system. Starting from the policy, planning and implementation. I mean, the PDCA cycle. Clear, guys?
Yes.
So this was our task 8. I hope so.
Sorry, sir. Can you just explain us the difference between the basic on scenario and relevant with the scenario?
Can we difference which one?
I mean the question. Some of the question they are telling basic on scenario only, and others they are telling like use the information relevant from the scenario. So what is the difference when we are answering?
Okay. So you are saying that as it is mentioned over here, you should support your answer where applicable using relevant information from the scenario. Means we spoke about the health and safety management system. Okay, that there was like Mr. Vijay said, audit. As per scenario, no audit have been observed, that no one is conducting the audit. Right. So we have to encourage the internal audit as well as the external audit. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And what about
in the
basic on
same way,
scenario?
what about the based on scenario over here? Like what about? Yeah, based on scenario only, give examples of how verbal communication between all the workers at the cafe could be improved. Like over here, based on the scenario. Over here, you will be mentioning the examples from the scenario. You'll say, for example, the shift manager have been informed on using some kind of recorded call instead of face-to-face communication. Right? So then you can say, then you can comment on that. The shift manager should have been communicated face-to-face.
Yes.
Okay, first you collect the information. First you pick up the information over here about the communication. Okay, then you can say, sorry, over here. Then you will be commenting on that. Another example over here from the based on the scenario is, Yeah, the worker was not expecting the contractor and did not know what what they were there to work on, right? So
Yes.
you can mention that communication issue can be observed over here, that they are not having proper communication chain among all the guys, among all the workers over there. The top management is not consulting, neither cooperating with their workers. They are not, the workers are not being communicated properly about the upcoming scenarios of the cafe.
Yes.
Okay. Now I think two examples are enough to have a clear difference
Yes.
between.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Any other guy if he's having any question?
See, one more thing, brother, I won't be seeing an emergency handling situation here. So because it's an when drizzling, raining happen, there is an emergency situation.
Correct.
So contingency plan is not there.
Very nice. We are not having any plan over there, by the way. Yes.
Yeah, it's a natural calamity. Not, I cannot say that calamity. It is a natural
Yeah, conditions.
conditions. At the time, they should have a planning before itself, that if a raining condition and all, what could we do, because they know that there is a traffic, I mean, over people trafficking area, and when a rain comes, people may come inside for rusting and all. That time, what could have it done? Should be pre-planned.
This should be pre-planned. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did not plan anything. Yes,
Yeah.
very nice. Yeah, they did not plan for anything, any upcoming scenarios. Yes. Very nice. Perfect, by the way. Any other question, guys? No, I think there is no question. So I will be turning on my camera over here. So I hope so, guys. Again, there is an issue. Okay, I hope so, guys. Today's session would be helpful for you. Although I was not prepared for this, if I would have been prepared myself, because I was already busy in other schedules. If I would have read this only one time before, then I would be having so many things pointed out over here, and I would be showing it to you specifically related to this. I hope so. It would be somehow helpful for all of you. Anyone
Yeah,
having any comment on that?
it is helpful for us now. We improved
Okay.
our discussion is more valuable always, that to improve our thinking capability.
Right.
So many
Great.
things has
Great.
been cleared. Just we were thinking that what is the scenario, how we will answer. But after this session, we got so many points that how we will answer any question.
Right. Great.
See, I
The
have one
basic.
doubt.
Yes, please.
Earlier question, just to clarify, curiosity I'm asking. Earlier questions and all describe, list out, like that will come. Here only based on the scenario, the task has to be filled.
Yeah. As per the scenario, you will be explaining. Now there is no, restriction about the list, about the, explanation, about making some kind of notes or something like that. No. Now
So-
there is no restrictions about that.
So we can give the clarity based on the question, which mentioned only from the wherever they are quoting that from the scenario. I can take
Yeah.
only from the scenario. I cannot
Yeah,
use my own or practical references or something. That will be wrong then.
Exactly. What simply you have to do, once the scenario come in front of you, immediately print it out. Okay, print it out and put it in front of you, because right now you would have seen that for scenario we are having, if we would be having a printout, scenario is over here, questions are over here. You would have seen that for all the questions, once I was reading the question, then I was moving up, I was scrolling up, and then I was reading the scenario again, then I was moving back to the question.
Yeah.
So if you would be having two things, two different
come out
pages.
from that sheet.
Yeah, so directly you can jump over there and it would be easier for you. One thing. Second thing, whenever the scenario comes over there, read the scenario, read the question. Question will lead you once the question is there. For example, lagging indicator. What lagging indicator indicates us? It's all about our health and safety culture. So then move to the health and safety culture in the book, and then try to relate this health and safety culture with the scenario. For example, management commitment and leadership. Is it over there? No, it is not over there. So just relate that with this scenario, that management commitment is not observed in the cafe. So that could have been improved by making some safety management system, okay, and taking the policy signed by the top management. Okay, so once we will be having a management system and policy signed by and pasted somewhere on the notice board, so it would be easier for us to have a look over there and to have an understanding that our management is committed over there. Second important thing, in the incident investigation, for example, is not being conducted over there. Means management is not committed over there. Okay, so you can choose the points from the book, okay, and relate those points with these scenarios and mention them as per the scenario. By relating it means you should be, it seems that you are answering from the book, but as per scenario. Clear?
Here, okay, clear. Now one more question. Once I
Yes.
received the admission form only I sent. There is no roll number or something. Maybe this may be come from the mail body or what? Our roll number.
Immediately contact with your coordinator. I am far away, otherwise I would have contacted them. I mean physically. Immediately contact your coordinator and ask him about this scenario. That you till now you did not get any learner number, any date sheet.
Timing in the sense, what time normally the exam questions it will come through mail or how it will be?
That is what I am telling you, that usually everybody got one login and everyone knows that how to log in over there in the system. You would be having an email over there, a link would be given, click over there, that would be taking you to a new page, and over there you would be putting your information, I mean your login details, and then you can log in over there and then you can download the exam from there.
Okay, did anybody receive, sir, in our crew? Anybody can explain why?
All of the guys, they have received.
Okay, it came through mail or it's only from
Mail.
Okay.
Any other question, guys?
So from that, the 24 hours is their time.
Yeah.
Dear sir, so if possible, can share us some like answering about these questions. I
Some
mean,
answers about the questions. Okay.
yes, I mean, we already discussed how to answer it, but I want to see what can be done during the examination, because we have the word limitation or other things, so we can make
Got that. Got that. Okay, Zeng, I tell you one thing. One of my student recently, when he solved the exam, he mentioned only 1500 words. Okay, and 1500 words were, I mean, as per the scenario, it seems that he mentioned very less words, right? But he got 65 or 67 marks. I don't remember exactly. So now what we will say to him that, I mean, mentioning less words will give you more marks. Mentioning the technical words will give you more marks, one thing. But regarding your concern, yes, I will share you with some question and answer. I will try to find out who passed the exam, then I will try to share you his exam and his answers. Okay, because with the exam we had over here till now, we don't know if this guy is passed or not.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, welcome. Any other question, guys?
Thank you
Yeah,
so
okay,
much.
I verified. IGC2, as you sent, that information I received. Learner, center number, roll number, everything is there. But IGC1, I have not received. So let me talk to the
Ramesh,
center.
listen. See, I am your instructor. I am not your coordinator. Okay, that is why whenever these kind of administration things come, I used to ask all the participants to communicate to your immediate coordinator. The reason is they know the administration job better than me. Maybe I would be telling you something and that is wrong. Then in that scenario, it would be problem for you. If I would be over there in the mom, then I would be coming up on the front line and I would be talking to them. Then I can get the feedback and can inform you. Okay, that is why I am hesitating to answer you, honestly.
Okay, okay, noted. Okay,
Right?
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because for me, I would not be losing anything. It would be problem for you. So that is why if I would be in the mom, then of course I would be answering you. Like in on the first day or second day when the guys were not able to get add in the WhatsApp group, then I said, okay, now I will come over there and I will be adding you. So at that time I did, but because now I am not there, so I should not answer you. Instead of answering you wrong, I should keep quiet, I will say.
Understood. But you see, this Kamran is our administrator, right?
Yeah.
You said, but Kamran's number is I tried on. It is not getting connected and all. And even his WhatsApp is not direct WhatsApp like other people. It is not getting into the mobile is WhatsApp also. He's located in KSA or uh, any other GCC country.
He's located over here. He is our colleague.
Okay, in KSA.
Yeah, whenever I'm sending him message, he used to reply me. I don't know, just give me a minute.
Okay.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम कमरान यार, लड़कों ने आपसे बात करनी है। आप वो कोऑर्डिनेशन का इशू है कुछ एग्जाम के हवाले से, काइंडली लड़कों को रिप्लाई करें। 7 को उनका एग्जाम है, जरा ना उनको देखें प्लीज। Okay, I just have sent him the message asking him to reply you, and he will be replying you, of course, inshallah.
Okay.
Sir,
So-
and what
If it's
about
there.
that?
Sorry?
I was asking about the session for the next IG2 for preparing the assessment. So we are getting, actually, I'm getting some confusion or doubts, I can say.
I will be helping you. Of course, let me reach back because today was my free day. It is not free day actually. Okay, it was not free day actually. I was busy and still I'm having the calls. Okay, so but I made it free for you guys. Okay, even in the morning session I was busy. So, but of course, once I reach back, then I would be having enough time, and we will decide in the same way, maybe on Friday, and we will be having our session regarding IG2.
Next Friday.
Okay.
You mean next Friday?
Maybe next Friday, I guess after 7, whenever your first IG1 exam will done, we will go for the next one.
Friday means it is 9 on 9th.
On 9, maybe yes, 9 on 9.
Fine. We have to submit the IG2 before 15th.
Before 15, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
15 or 16, yeah, like that.
Okay, it's okay that no problem.
Okay, fine. Anyone, if he wants to add something, if he wants to say something, otherwise I will be saying goodbye because I will go over here. There is Salah time now, and I will go over there. So I think if there is no question, then we should end up now.
As a formal class, it is the last class, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Thank you very much.
Thank
It's a
you,
great-
thank you so much, sir. But one thing, can I ask with you, if I will face any doubt or issue, can I call or can I text on you or WhatsApp?
Anytime, anyone, anytime, without any hesitation. Okay. If I don't pick up the phone, usually I don't pick up the phone. Usually once I am on, I mean, during the prayer times. That is the time usually when I don't pick up the phone. Okay. If I would be staying free even at 12 midnight, I used to reply. Third important thing, if you ask me for some job, like Sarah wanted me to share one link for her, I mean, for the same class. So usually what I do, because I am receiving so many messages. So if I am having some task and someone wants me to fulfill that task, once he sends me the message, I usually don't read the message because I don't want the notification get vanished. Okay, so that if I don't read your message, it means that you are in my mind and your notification is appearing in front of me. Whenever the suitable time will come, I will read the message and I will respond you. For example, you asked me for something to get the feedback, for example, from Kamran. So I would not be reading that message if I don't get the feedback from Kamran. So whatever the feedback would be reaching back to me, I immediately will let you back.
This Kamran is in our group, Mr. Badr?
Yeah,
in
he's
our-
in our group.
Okay, fine.
He's in our group.
Okay, then I will ask you.
So when will be the next course?
Maybe next Friday.
Next Friday. Okay.
Yeah. Then any question, guys?
The next Friday class will be class timing, and we will be discussing same like today. What like we will discuss.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
fine.
We will discuss and then we will decide.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Badr. It was a great time with you.
Welcome. Welcome. Everyone, guys, you guys are requested to please fill up the feedback I shared with you in the group. Okay. Everyone, please fill it up, and then because my management, they are concerned with it. So I want you guys to please fill it up for me.
Sure, we will do that. Sure, we will 100% do that.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
But still we have not received the message. Any message?
There is message, Ram. There is message. Check. I from my side there is a message regarding the feedback. Okay. I will be just
It
No,
is there.
sir.
It is there in the group.
No, I haven't received.
now. I just sent it now.
Yes, no received.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Then guys,
Assalamu
see
alaikum,
you. And I hope so. My all good wishes are with you guys, and I hope so. Everyone, my wishes, everyone should get passed with good marks. So see you. In case if there is some up down, of course I am a human. I can make some up down. So please accept my apology regarding that. And inshallah, we will stay in contact.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu
It was a
alaikum.
nice
Thank you.
class.
Thank you. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Take
Goodbye.
care.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.